Hello bookish friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading, and for today's video I am very excited because it's that time of the month. I'm actually filming this later than I planned to. I am here to do my September most anticipated reads video. So these are all the new releases that are coming out throughout the month of September. At the time of me filming this, it is September 16th, so we're already halfway through the month, so sorry for having this out late. This is just a video that I kind of dread to make every month, just because it's a lot of research for me to do, also a lot of editing for me to do, but I decided why not, let's do it. I need a good editing day tomorrow, so I decided let's film this video and then we'll film some other videos that I have planned for the fall season. Happy officially fall week and happy Latinx American Community Week as well. Totally butchered that word, I'm so sorry. Also, the sun is currently setting, so sorry for the brightness of this video. I have my ring light on as well, so I don't know if that's affecting it, but the sun is currently setting because I'm filming this right before I need to go to karate, so we might not get through all these video for tonight, so you might see a different shirt later on. But anyways, enough with the housekeeping stuff. Let's jump into the video. I have a giant packet. I don't know if you can see how thick the paper is for this packet. There's a lot of pages here. So there's a lot of books, a lot of new releases. September brings in the month of sequels, so there's a lot of sequels happening. Some of them I won't share because I'm either not reading the series myself or I just feel like I don't know why I put them on the list, to be honest. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Hope you enjoy this. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's jump in. Also, grab a snack and drink because we're going to be here for a while. For today's drink, you guys aren't going to be shocked by it, but it's my black iced tea. I actually made some homemade black iced tea, so I'm drinking this throughout the video. Cheers. Alrighty, let's begin, shall we? So the first book is already out. I'm actually on hold for this one from my public library. This one came out September 10th, and that is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune. This is book 2 of the Cerulean Chronicles by T.J. Klune. I'm not sure how long the series is gonna be because originally it was gonna be a standalone. So this one is a sequel. I won't read too much about it. Just because it, like I said, it's a sequel, but it says a magical house, a secret past, a summon that could change everything. Arthur lived a good life built on the ashes of a bad one. He's the master of a strange orphan and a distant and peculiar island, and he hopes to soon to be the adoptive father to 6 dangerous and magical children who live there. So that's all I'm going to read because I don't want to spoil you guys of what happens in book 1. Love book 1. It made me cry. My friend Charlie just read book 2, which is this one right here, and she said she cried in it, so I'm nervous for that one. But I love T.J. Klune's writing, and I can't wait to have a copy of this one soon. Next one I have is another sequel, and that's Nothing Like the Movies by Ellen Painter. This one comes out September 20th, and this one says, in this highly anticipated sequel to the New York Times bestselling Better Than the Movies, Wes and Liz struggle to balance their lives for each other with their growing pains of being a college student. I'm supposed to be reading book 1 this summer, and I just haven't got around to reading it yet, but now that book 2 is coming out, hopefully I will start book 1, because I do have the audiobook for book 1 checked out currently for my Libby account. So I could just hit play and listen to it throughout the week. Who knows? But yeah, love the color. I love the purpleness of it, and that comes out September 24th. I'm gonna take this off because it's gonna bother me throughout the video. Sorry for the awkward pauses. Another new release that I can actually read the full summary of is an arc that I have from NetGalley, so I need to read this sooner rather than later. This one came out, this one comes out tomorrow. This comes out September 17th, and that is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Allison Saft. This is a adult fantasy standalone novel. I think Owlcrate might be doing this one, maybe. I could be wrong. But this one says, a sharp-tongued folklorist must pair up with her academic rival to solve their mentor's murder in the lush and earthling sapphic fantasy romance from the New York Times bestselling author of A Far Wilder Magic. So yeah, quick little summary there. Try not to go into my books too much just because I don't want to go into it too much, but it's the most anticipated read. It's a standalone and the cover is very creepy and perfect for the fall time. Next book that I have, I can actually show you because, oh, I didn't even talk about my current read. Haha. But the next book I can show you, this one doesn't come out till September 24th, so next Tuesday, so I need to start this arc soon, like this week. And that is When the World Tipped Over by Janny Nelson. This is Janny Nelson's newest book that Penguin Teen so kindly sent to me to read and review for you guys. I am so excited for this. I'm a little apprehensive of it because I didn't love Jandy's last book that she had, which I'm so sorry to say on camera, but for some reason this excites me more. I think it's just because the anticipating novel from her. It's been 10 years since she released anything, so that's pretty insane. This one says, the explosive, highly anticipated new novel bringing with love, secrets, and enchantment from the Prince Award-winning and New York Times bestselling author. The Fall siblings live in the hot North Carolina wine country, where the sun pours out of the sky and the devil winds blows so hard they whip the sense right out of your head. Years ago, the Fall kids' father mysteriously disappeared, cracking the family into pieces. Now Dizzy Fall, age 12, bakes cakes, sees spirits, and wishes she was a heroine of a romance novel. Miles Fall, 17, brainiac, athletic, and dog whisperer, is a raving beauty, but also lost and desperate to meet the kind of guy he dreams of. And Winton Fall, 19, who raises the temperature of the room just by entering it, is a virtuosious violinist set on a crash course for fame or self-destruction. Again, try not to go into my books too much, but I feel like this is going to be hard-hitting because of the missing father. And it's very chunky, too, for a contemporary book. And I think Rainbow Crate Book Box is doing this for the month of September. And I'm sadly not getting that box anymore, but if I did, I would totally be down for it because I would love to get a hardcover copy. But yes, I need to start this soon, so you'll see this in my weekly vlog for the month of September. And hopefully I love this one because, like I said, the last two books I read by her, I sadly didn't love, but I'm curious to see how I would feel about this one. The next book that I have, I'm very excited for this one because this deals with dragons. And if you guys know me, you guys know I love dragons. So this next one is A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. This is a adult fantasy standalone or first book of a series. I'm not too sure how many books will be in this one. According to Goodreads, which is where I get all my summaries from, according to Goodreads, this is a standalone right now, but this says, Sophie Jordan returns to the high-stakes sweeping world of dragon, romance, and drama, first invoked in her best-selling young adult Firelight series, and a brand new epic adult romantasy series. Oh, so it's the first of a series then. It says, dragons are extinct, witches are outcast, magic is dying, but human lust for power is immortal. Dragonfire no longer blisters the skies over Penetra, but inside the lavish palace, life is still precious, especially for Tamsin. Raised in a glittering court alongside the princesses, it's her duty to be punished for their misdeeds. Treated as part of the royal family, but also as the lowliest servant, Tamsin fits nowhere. Her only friend is Stig, captain of the guard, though sometimes she thinks he wants more than a friendship. Ooh, so that comes out September 24th. It sounds so good, and I hope you guys check it out. Ooh, September 3rd. I don't have this book yet, but this one is already out and actually number 2 on the New York Times bestselling list. So congrats. And that is Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. This is the second and final book in the Sunbearer duology, which I'm so sad to say goodbye to because I read book 1 last year with my friends in my Queer Reads book club group chat, and we loved it. We loved it so much that we're actually going to make Celestial Monsters the November book club pick, which announcement right now. This is going to be my November book club pick. If you want to join us, let me know down in the comments. I'll add you guys to the group chat if you guys aren't already there. So I won't say too much about this one just because it is a sequel, but just know everybody and their mother is already reading it and I'm not, and I'm having so much FOMO right now, and I really need to get myself a copy of it soon because it just came out on September 3rd, and I won't do a synopsis for this one just because it is a sequel. The next one on my list I have is, oh yeah, a cozy fantasy standalone novel we have on September 10th, so it's already out, was This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher. This is the same author duo as Emily Webberly and Austin Sigma Broca, but they just use a different pen name, which is amazing. I love this author duo. I've been following them since they debuted together. So like I said, it's a cozy fantasy. It says the Princess Bride meets people we meet on vacation in this cozy quest romantasy about a group of friends who once defined their magical land together but haven't spoken since, reuniting to attend a royal wedding and ending up on a new adventure to save the realm and hopefully themselves. Like what more do you need? It's a cute cover. I can't wait for it, and hopefully I can get it soon. I did request it from my public library already, so hopefully I'll be getting it sometimes this month. The next book I actually have for you guys, so I'm very excited to show you. I just did my book of the month unboxing, and so the next book that I have is Vilest Things by Chloe Gong. Oh my gosh, I have the newest Chloe Gong book in my hands. I'm so excited but nervous for this one. I hear this is Chloe Gong's hardest book she ever wrote, she said. She said it in an interview recently that this is her hardest book she had to write. So again, this is a sequel. This already came out on September 10th. It's the follow-up and highly anticipated sequel to Immortal Longing, which I read last year and absolutely loved. Gave book 1 a 5 stars, so I'm expecting nonetheless for the sequel. I do know this is going to be a trilogy, so we do have one more book after reading this one. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about the sequel just because it's gonna spoil you. But this synopsis says Chloe Gong returns with power plays, spilled blood, and lethal romance in the thrilling fantasy sequel to Immortal Longing, inspired by Shakespeare, Anthony, and Cleopatra. I never know how to say her name correctly. Cleopatra. That's how you say it. Anyways, already out. This was my book of the month for September. So thank you so much, Book of the Month, for doing matching editions for this series. I love it. And I can't wait to read this. Again, hopefully you'll see this in a weekly vlog soon. Next one I have is another book that I already own as well. And so that is a YA contemporary. That is their author's second novel. And that is When Harold Was Here by Dustin Teo. This is the second novel from Dustin Teo. He's the same author of When You Met Sam. Right? Is that the title? You Reach Sam. Oh my goodness. I read You Reach Sam the year it came out and sobbed my eyes out when I was reading that one. That was just so sad and so hard-hitting. And I feel like this one is also going to be hard-hitting as well. We got some authors on here that I love. Adam Silvera and Julian Winters have blurbed this book, and I read books by both those authors, and I really love their books. So if I love their books, I'm hoping I will love this one. I got this at Target the day it was released, and I was actually shocked to see this because I was like, oh, maybe my Target won't have new releases like the day of, so maybe I won't get it. But no, they had it there. So let me read you the synopsis of this one. It says, after the death of his best friend, Eric Lee creates imaginary scenarios in his head to deal with his grief, until one of them becomes real when a boy he meets in Japan last summer finds his way back into his life. When he least expects it, Hera walks into the coffee shops and sits down next to him. The only thing is, nobody can see him but Eric. In a magical turn of events, Eric suddenly had someone to connect with, making him feel less alone in the world. But as he and Hera spends more and more time with each other, he begins to question what is real. When he starts losing control of the very thing that is holding him together, Eric must finally confront his reality, even if it means losing Hera forever. So yeah, very excited for this queer contemporary standalone novel, and the cover underneath is so pretty. You'll also see this in my September book haul as well, so sneak peek to what I've got so far in the month of September as well. But yeah, super stoked for this. Again, hopefully I'll read it this month. If not, I'll save it for October, even though it's not really a spooky book. Next one I have is... I'm not going to do that one. Oh, wait. I skipped one. Ah. No. What the heck? Oh yeah, I skipped one. So sorry. The next one is already out, and this is another sequel that I'm highly anticipating. And this comes out from Penguin Teen, and that is Shadows of Pearl by J.L. This is book 2 of the House of Marion trilogy. So this says the dazzling romantic fantasy world of House of Marions continues in this dark and deadly sequel full of forbidden magic, devastating lies, and broken hearts. A must-read fan for Stephanie Garber, Lee Bardugo, and Alex Astor. So if you love any of those authors, definitely check out this one. I actually started reading my e-arc of this because I was wanting to see how this trilogy will continue. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully you'll see that in my September wrap-up. Next one I won't be sharing because I'm not looking forward to it, and I don't know why it's on my list. The next one I can actually show you because I have the ebook checked out for my Libby account. And I love this cover, so I thought I would show you. So the next book that I have is Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. This is a adult fantasy romance novel, so I will have to use my paper to give you guys the summary of it. But this is Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. Kirsten White is an auto-buy author for me, so I'm very excited to say that she has a new book out. And this is a vampire story, so this will be perfect for the month of October. But Lucy Undying is about, it says, in this epic adventure, or epic and seductive gothic fantasy, a vampire escapes the thrall of Dracula and embarks on her own search for self-discovery and true love. Her name is written in the pages of somebody else's story. Lucy Westerner, I don't know how to say her last name, I'm sorry. Lucy was one of the Dracula's first victims, but her death was only the beginning. Lucy rose from the grave a vampire and has spent her immortal life trying to escape from Dracula's clutches and trying to discover who she really is and what she truly wants. Self-discovery's journey. I hear mixed reviews about this one, but I'm hoping since she's an auto-buy author for me that I would really love it. The next one I have is a fantasy standalone novel by an author I really love, and that's coming out tomorrow, and that's coming out September 17th, and that is The Lies We Conjure by Sarah Henning. This is I think it's YA. I don't know if this is YA or if this is adult fantasy. I'll let you know. Editing me will let you know. But this says, Knives Out meets the Inheritance Game with the magic in the standalone supernatural thriller by Sarah Henning. 13 witches, a locker room murderer, and 2 non-magical sisters trapped in a deadly game of Clue. Ruby and her sister Ren are normal, middle-class Colorado high school students working a summer job at the local Renaissance Fest to supplement their meager college savings. So when eccentric old lady asks them to impersonate her long absent grandchildren at a fancy dinner party at the jaw-dropping rate of $2,000 each for a single night. Ren insists it's a no-brainer. Make some cash, have fun, do a good deed. Sounds fun, sounds different, and the cover is very, very creepy, so we love it. Another one that comes out tomorrow is another sequel, and that is A Song of Ash and Moonlight by Claire Legrand. This is book 2 of the Middlemas trilogy. I actually just got book 1 this year from my friend Karen over at Books and Butter on Instagram. But this is from the New York Times bestselling author of The Furyborn. Comes with an enchanted and lush, sweeping, steamy, enemies to lovers fantasy romance. Perfect for fans of Bridgerton and A Court of Thorns and Roses. And that's all I'll say for that one because it is a sequel and I don't want to spoil you guys of what happens in it. Next one I have is a YA fantasy or YA horror standalone novel, perfect time for the Halloween season. It's already out on September 10th, but that is To the Bones by Alina Raz. I'm so sorry for butchering the last name. This says, this moving and tragic love story is also a historically honest look at the colonial America set during the starving time in Jamestown. It's 1609 at James Fort, and Ellis has recently arrived from England with Henry Collins and his wife, who she served with the instituted help. To orphans, Ellis James is an opportunity, a fresh start in a new world. So I don't know if I'll read that one. I just saw it because Penguin Teen sent me an e-arc of it from their company to my NetGalley, so just in case you guys are interested. On September 24th, we have The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. She's really good with YA horror, so this is another YA horror with a creepy cover. This is the story of Hazel, a young healer navigating a ruthless court to save the life of the king, grappling with the pantheon of gods and questionable agendas as she fights for the agency and true love in her own life as the goddaughter of none other than Death himself. What? It sounds so good. It comes out September 24th, and I can't wait for it. Hopefully I'll get a copy of it soon. Next book I also got it from Book of the Month, and it's actually one I'm really looking forward to reading, and that is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This is the same author who wrote the Aruna's Fate series from Disney Books. That one is a ongoing series. Book 3 should hopefully come out next year maybe, but look at this cover. It's so creepy. It's so stunning. I love it. This is going to be perfect for my fall TBR. So this summary says, Fantasia only has 2 rules. Stay alive and don't fall in love. When Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inheritance, a family, fearsome magic, and enormous debt. Circumstances go from dire to deadly. However, when Ophelia's sisters decides to pay off the loan by entering Fantasia, a competition where contestants rarely escape alive, and the victor is granted a single wish. Like what? All I needed to know is that there was a competition setting. I actually didn't know that beforehand. I just knew this was an author I read from before, and I was super stoked to see that Book of the Month is still doing young adult books or I don't think this is young adult. I can't tell if this is young adult or adult. But I think this is her adult debut fantasy novel. But yeah, I got this from Book of the Month. It is quite chunky. I love the black and white of it. Very fall of it, the cover. But yeah, it's the first of a new series. Book 2 is supposed to come out in April of next year. So if I do read it this fall, I will have a long wait for Book 2. Next one I have is another e-arc that I got from Penguin Teen that I haven't read yet. I'm so sorry. But that is Luminous Beings by David Arnold. This is a YA graphic novel standalone, and this is already out on September 3rd. It says, a wholly original graphic novel from New York Times bestseller and This is about a group of teens decide to make a documentary about humanity's recent brush with extinction via undead squirrels. Their quest for top-notch gear leads them on a 24-hour wild goose chase through rowdy nightclubs and once familiar neighborhoods, and precious castles and off-grids RVs. And at every turn, people, some more eccentric than others. So that's Luminous Beings. Coming out tomorrow as well is September 17, Warrior of the Legend by Kendra Blake. This is book 2 of the Hammerrocker series. I don't know how to say the series name without butchering it. The first book is Champions of Souls, I think it's Champions of Souls. No, stop. Book 2, this comes out tomorrow, so love Kendra Blake. She's an auto-buy author for me, so I can't wait to get my hands on book 2 soon. And then the book that's already out, and it actually has stunning purple edges. Like, can we talk about these edges? Yes, please. Also, it's very tiny, and that is Disney's Fairy Godmother: An Enchanter's Tale by Jen Catalion. She's part of the Twisted Tale series that Disney has done, and this is a start of a new series by Jen Catalion. I don't know if all the books are going to be by Jen or if they're going to be by different authors again, but this is about the fairy godmother from Cinderella, of who she was before she became fairy godmother, so I'm very stoked for that. The back of this book says, before she created carriages out of pumpkins, fashioned gowns out of thin air, and conjured one-of-a-kind glass slippers, Cinderella's fairy godmother was a spirited 16-year-old named Renee Dubious. But how did a human girl become a fairy godmother? So yeah, very stoked for this, and hopefully I will love this one. I was like, who's buzzing me? But it's one of my alarms. So yeah, that's my heads up of needing to go to karate here. So this is where we're going to stop for tonight, and I'll talk to you guys either tomorrow or later on in the evening. And I hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours, and happy reading. Bye, guys. Hello, bookish friends. Welcome back to part 2 of this video. I'm sorry for splitting it up, but there's just a lot of new releases coming out in the month of September. So it's been a couple days since my last video I filmed, which was on Tuesday, and now it's Thursday evening. So let's just pick up where we left off, why don't we? The last book that I talked about was Jen Cantalion's new book, which I already own, and that was for Fairy Godmother's An Enchanter's Tale. This is already out. I can't wait to read it. This will also be in my September book haul and my fall TBR that I'm filming this weekend. So it's already out. Get your copies now. The next book that I want to talk about for new releases is also already out and perfect for Hispanic Heritage Month, is out on September 3rd, or out now, is The Daggers of Irie. This is a middle grade fantasy standalone novel as of right now, but if it gets popular, it could become a series. And so this one says, a rich and exciting new Latin middle grade of fantasy about sisterhood, magic, and the power of kids to face what grown-ups refuse to see. Perfect for fans of the Witchling series and Amari and the Night Brothers. We follow our main character Esmeralda. I'm so sorry for butchering the name. Santos is a rare bruja born with chaos magic in her veins. She and her family are direct descendants of one of the 4 original witches. A mysterious legend about the night magic was born in San Bosco, but since the death of her mother, Esme is more concerned about healing their father's spiraling grief. So, hard-hitting, middle grade, dealing with grief. Definitely check trigger warnings out for that one. Next book is a book that I actually got early, and I was super surprised by this. I unboxed this in my weekly vlog that you guys will see soon. But the authors were so kind enough to send me a finished copy of the third installment of their short story collection, and that is Fairies Never Lie, Tales to Relive In. This is edited by Zoraida Cordova and Natalie C. Parker, along with authors like Nafaza Azia, I'm so sorry for butchering that last name, Holly Black, Delnia Clayton, Christine Day, Chloe Gong, Tessa Granton, Ryan LaSalle, Kiwan Mabala, L.L. McHenry, Anna Marie McLemore, Caitlin Sage Patterson, and Rory Power. Literally, like, almost all my favorite authors are in this one, so I'm super stoked to be reading this. I might read this series while doing my 72-hour readathon that I have coming up, so very stoked to have this in my hands early, and I can't wait to read this newest installment, especially because you guys know I love a good fairy story. So curious to see how this one's gonna go, and I'm curious to see if they're gonna do a fourth installment or if this is gonna be like a completed trilogy, even though they could be read as standalones, but it's by the same authors. So yeah, just it says a fairy starting boarding school, a duo searching for their lover who seems lost to a fairy prince, a girl chasing a Xyneran during the Tang dynasty, a boy whose brother may have been kidnapped by the mortal Avakar. I'm so sorry for butchering words. A challenging longing for acceptance. And this is just a bunch of short stories from amazing authors that I've already listed. So this is out September 24th, aka next Tuesday, as I'm filming this book. Or this book, as I'm filming this video. Tired brain. Next one is coming out on September 24th, which is next Tuesday. And that's The Flicker by H.E. Edmond. This is this is a middle grade fantasy standalone novel. It's the same author of the, what is it? Godly Heathens duology? I had to think about it. Sorry. It's the same author of the Godly Heathens series, and this one says, the flicker in which a pair of step-siblings band together with a theater trope to brave the apocalyptic wilderness after a climate apocalypse, avoiding capture by the Hive, an army of mega-rich survivors while searching for their grandmother, a native elder who may still be alive. Dun dun dun. It's a middle grade fantasy, and it's a standalone too, so that's very exciting. A book that's already out this month, and that is on September 3rd, and that was Nox Winters and the Midnight Wolf, another middle grade fantasy standalone. This is by Rochelle Hansen. This one says, the first book in a rich, eerie middle grade fantasy duology full of magic, monsters, and miles of untamed forests. From the author of The Buried and the Bound, and it's motivated by desperation and brotherhood. A boy must venture deep into the nightwood to find a cure for his mysteriously sick brother, perfect for fans of Over the Garden Wall and Seraphina and the Black Cloak. Not Coke. Sorry. But yeah, that's already out on September 3rd. Also already out on September 10th was This Fatal Kiss, a YA fantasy standalone novel. This is by Alicia Janaska. I am so sorry for butchering your last name. This is spirited away with a whimsical fantasy filled with dark magic and flirty polyamorous romance. Ooh, interesting. This is cursed to haunt the river running through the magical spa town where she drowned. Gisela is a water nymph who dreams of returning to the living world and the family she left behind. All it takes to regain her humanity is a kiss from a mortal, but everyone sees her as a monster. Okay, I now know why I added that one to my list. Oh no. This next one I can't really say a summary for, but this one is out on September 24th, and I can't do a summary for this one, but I will show a picture of it, and that is Tears of the Nameless. This is like book number 20 in the Star Wars High Republic series. This is written by George Mann, so it's following after the heart-wrenching events in Defy the Storm, which I'm nervous because I am behind on that series, but I just read my next installment for this universe, so I cannot wait to see what goes on in the rest of phase 2, and then finally get caught up on phase 3. That comes out September 24th, so next Tuesday. Already out is on September 10th was Desert Echoes, a YA contemporary standalone novel. This is by Api Nazamin. Sorry for butchering your names. This follows 15-year-old Cam, who is head over heels for Ash, the boy who swept him off his feet. But his family and best friend Brody are worried. Something seems off about Ash. He also has a habit of disappearing at a time for days. When Ash asks Cam to join him on a trip to Joshua Tree, the two of them walk off into sunset, but only Cam returns. Like, what more do you need? Like, honestly, these summaries have been, like, knocking it out of the park. And then a finale, at least I think this is a finale of the series, the 4th and final installment of the Queen's Council series. This is out on September 3rd, and this is A Sword in the Slumber. This is a Sleeping Beauty 4th in the YA historical fiction series, pitched as reimagined Disney princesses as the rulers of the land, in which Bera Rose must campaign for Empress of the Holy Roman Empire to protect her kingdom from a ongoing enemy, or worm-going enemy, while mysteriously dreams threaten not to only poison her, but the lives of everyone she loves. Sorry if that was confusing. I worded that summary wrong, so sorry about that. Also already out is September 17th was What Is This Feeling? A YA contemporary standalone novel that is written by Robbie Weber, who is also known as Robbie Reads on Instagram and also BookTube here. This one is a joyful rom-com perfect for fans of Jason June and Morgan Matson, who follows a boy that will do anything to win his drama club's scavenger hunt in the New York City. And it has a lot of pop culture references and a lot of Taylor Swift references in this one as well. And I'm very excited for that because I love all of Robbie's books that I read so far, so I'm excited to get this soon and add it into my collection. And I think that's all of them. Yeah, that was all of my books. Wow, I thought that would be a longer part 2. So sorry it took me a while to film this one, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And since we have a book cover that is green, and my shirt is green today, thank you, Baby Yoda, let's leave a green heart emoji down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any of these books on your list, let me know down below. Is there anything that I missed? Also let me know down below. And I'll chat with you guys in another video soon. Bye!